All right, we are back for round four, and we have a spicy one. These guys are both 3-0. We've got Random on, as we saw before, the five color Spire Shadows. I don't know what you call it. Uh, against Newer Shadow on Combray Relics, which is no new cards, just the same stuff that we're used to.
Yeah, just the same stock list you'll probably run into on ladder these days. It's definitely it's definitely not innovative, but it's reliable.
I am very excited to see how this five color pile runs into Combray Relics, because Combray Relics has kind of been, I don't want to say king of the hill, but definitely a tier one deck.
The one thing that I will say about Cumberland is the word is consistency. This is a deck that does what it wants to do consistently, and what it wants to do is just very powerful. Then we're gonna see a new beginning.
Yep, and as we see, Newer Shadow five
Well,
power to randoms three. So
Newer Shadow did not draw a power card for a new copy of a New Beginning, but they did draw a new copy of a New Beginning.
so still a beginning.
It evens out, evens out. Random prepared to go into their market with this Ibandon Smaggler, prepared to set off their deck with Spire Shadows. Meanwhile, Newer Shadow doing what the deck does best. I wonder if they might want to set off this Builder's Decree here. This might be an actually reasonable play here. Nope, just deciding to pass turn, which will allow Random to go in their market and just set off Spire Shadows immediately.
Yep, and there it is.
Newer Shadow drawing Equalize here.
Interestingly, Newer Shadow did not attack. Random did not attack, rather. Curious
yeah,
why.
They might have been playing around something like Desert Marshal. I don't know. Newer
All right,
Shadow here with the Builder's Decree.
what do you stop?
Going. Ugh,
Look at
man.
that hand. He's got all kinds of.
This is an 8/8. Yeah, I think Riva is like the biggest value engine on random's deck, especially because it's flying, so like you cannot easily deal with it. Black Book taking away the Stormhold plating, which would have been huge for Newer Shadow.
Yeah, so Random knows Newer Shadow's whole hand now because the Black Book showed him uh the Shenra Speaks and the Equalize.
Yep.
So this should be interesting.
So yeah, Random here can very easily play around Newer Shadows as far as he's concerned. Their whole hand. Zero cost, zero cost Aurelian mentioned here. Seems pretty good. What is left in Random's market? Let's see. They have glimpsed the possibilities, which might be a very real pool here, alongside with Kilo, Vikram's Bomb, and End of an Era. Yeah,
And
there's
you
the
are correct. There's the
yeah.
glimpse.
Well, if I'm correct, we're about to see some very spicy plays here. Oh no, the second builder's degree off the top for Neo Shadow. Absolutely, absolutely brutal.
And that comes with two 9/9s. That is going to be a big problem for Random.
I too like it when my one power interaction comes with two 9/9s. Uh, Exploit of the top for Random would have been great if they could have caught one of the builders decrees previously. Newer Shadow putting so much pressure on the board with those builder decrees, while also actively pressuring Random's hand, because they cannot go into glimpse of possibilities and like establish a board presence that would force Newer Shadow to board wipe here.
So Crown Watch Press Gang. What are we gonna get? Another
Triumphant Stranger sounds pretty viable. I think. It's gonna
Nope.
be a merchant.
Oh, we're getting a smuggler for Kilo. I
That makes
guess.
sense. Absolutely. I can see a chump and 9 from random here. Oh, that glimpse being locked away is hurting. It's hurting random's possible explosive potential of their decks so much.
But all Random needs to do is find a Value Whisperer, and he wins on the spot. Right?
Unfortunately, Black Book is only cost 1. Actually, no, they do have 3 battle skills. So
Yeah.
I think they might be able to get Value Whisperer with Kilo. I might be wrong. Let me read Black Book again. So that's Taunt Endurance, Warcry 2. Yeah, it's 3, so it costs 1 plus 3, 4. Oh no, you get cost 5.
It's 5. It's a
It's
5.
2. It's one above. It's one above.
Wow. So
That's
once again, too many battle skills on the side of randoms. Okay.
What?
Equalize gonna kill 2 units.
that feeling when your card having too much text is actually bad for you.
Oh, this equalize actually is gonna wipe random's board because whatever 2 units he gets rid of, the other 2 are just gonna have to chump each of the 9/9s. Yeah.
Yup.
Wow.
Okay.
That was
Hopefully we can
huge.
see. Hopefully we can see glimpse. Oh, that's huge. That's huge for random.
Okay.
Getting a another Black Book, and now we're gonna glimpse.
We're going for the glimpse. What's on top?
Seek Power.
Seek
Hell
Power.
yeah, we take
Okay.
those. Blazing Salvo.
Oh, Blazing Salvo is not ideal.
It's definitely not, but it does clear the top. Gonna have a power which does stop. Oh no, we still have the power you can play, and there's a 0 cost card that unfortunately we cannot play.
Oh yeah,
Think
we
over the
don't have the
board
influence
wipe.
for that.
Equalize here, not doing anything. This is actually a brick for newershadow. Unfortunately, random does see themselves forced to chump here.
Oh.
Yeah. This
Can
this
Kilo
learned
save
imitator.
us?
This one of learned imitator really breaking newershadow's turn. So this gets us a 5 cost. Yeah, not really.
I guess newershadow. Yeah, you can play the power. Equalize wipes the board
equalizes.
again, and discards the random power. Oh no, okay. Keep the power.
There's no reason to keep the imitator around. You will never play that.
That's true. We're a little far from 5.
And break off the top for random, and that's game 1 to newershadow.
Wow. Okay, so Combre Relics proves it can still dance with the best of them.
Yeah, equalize builders. The builders decree in particular, such a back-breaking card for a deck like Spire Shadows that really relies on explosive turns, on key explosive turns at certain points in the game to like really take over.
Yeah. It's interesting, and all the sweepers that newershadow has really help him deal with all of the potential threats, like that random can throw out. Like he can just sweep the board, whenever he wants.
Yeah, equalize in particular when newershadow is applying pressure to the board, because Spire Shadow relies on going wide. They can just equalize and their units will just be better.
Yep.
We have, let's see. Zoltan Conclave, Zoltan Conclave,
So
Zoltan Conclave.
yeah, we've got a lot of fixing. And we do have a smuggler, so we can go for the Spire Shadows for by turn 4. Um,
we do
from Newer Shadow.
we do very very technically uh have all of our colors here.
Newer Shadow looks like he's got a bit of a slow hand, not doing anything until turn 3. Oh,
Yeah.
nope.
Oh well,
That's a good draw.
spoke too soon.
Okay, exploit takes Builder's Decree or the ramp? Probably Builder's Decree.
Yeah, I think Builder's Decree. Oh, the ramp. Interesting.
No, does take the ramp.
Not sure I agree with that play. But I think in randoms from random's perspective they have a really good hand that is going into their game plan. Spire Shadows turn 4. They have the pledge officer in hand, which they can go into some really good lines. Unfortunately, Newer Shadow can just fire off the decree for value, which does slow down random's plan a lot.
Yep.
Just let's Newer Shadow just like play this Diana, just hang back. Probably just gonna see cover the gemstone next turn. Actually, we might see. Ooh, that is a very spicy roll right there from the Triumphant Stranger. Might have to see a Shenra Speaks here.
I think we can just silence it with the Desert Marshal and be fine with that.
Well, I definitely spoke too soon. I was not counting on the Desert Marshal top deck. We should always do that against Combrelix. That's my mistake. Not only not only does that shut down Random's value engine, but Triumphant Stranger does actually have the text of +1/+1 for each of your strangers, so it will also shrink the stranger, which is pretty unfortunate. We do get an Empower Stranger trigger, which is pretty good. So we still get a 2/2 at the very least.
Yep, but that stranger is not going to find any more friends by himself.
Ibn Smuggler actually really good draw here. We can go into a kilo line here. Fortunately, very good interactive hand by Newshal on the other side. We have Shenra Speaks, and we have the Stormhold plane that's gonna come down now, I assume.
So we've already cast Spire Shadows. What can we get with Kilo? With our current hand?
Triumphant Stranger is 1, so we can go into a 2, I believe.
Well, no, that's Triumphant Stranger, I believe, still costs 5 because it was in his hand when he cast the.
Oh, did we cast that raw? Wow, that's
Yep.
actually. I guess Ibn Dune Smuggler can go into a Crown Watch Press Gang, which will in turn.
Oh, that's how to do it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. I love this deck from Random. It's got so much going on in it with all these all this interaction and changing casting costs and things. I like it a lot.
There's so many cool lines that you can go into. You can spend so much just thinking about what you want to do in return. We're gonna see a glimpse here.
Yep,
Going into a zero cost merchant.
Ooh, okay. Free Riva off the top. That's great.
Free Riva off the top. That is amazing. We do have. That's a 5 cost. We really want to see a 2 cost here.
Okay, power for the turn. Ooh, stopped by another power. All right.
We do have Vikram's bomb, which can kill the Diana, deal 3 damage to the enemy player, and does clear the board Uh, sorry, that's clear. Newer Shadow's face of the Stormhold plating. So even if Newer Shadow Shenra speaks here, which we'll see happen, they don't have that pressure. So Random can kind of sit back here and just kind of hopefully let their deck play, just let their powerful cards do their thing.
Yeah, drawing off the top here, I'm not sure which deck is favored.
We do notice that there's a House Alliance on top.
Oh,
We saw that
true.
with the glimpse.
Age-worn Vestige
Vestige.
comes down clean.
A
Just straight through damage. Okay.
Age-worn Vestige is definitely a clock. Not super aggressive, but definitely taken into consideration. Gonna see a Triumphant Stranger here off the top. Plays us one of the Influence Strangers. Not really what I want to see.
So
Shenra
interesting that
speaks.
that Triumphant Stranger cost 5 instead of 1. I guess because there were 2 strangers in play when the Spire Shadows happened.
Uh, Possibly. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense actually. Even the Smuggler here. Again, that is a possible kilo line that we can go into with the Crown Watch Press Gang into a one drop. There it is.
Yep, I think that's the plan.
Oh no, just going straight for the Riva. Very
Oh,
interesting.
because the Smuggler doesn't have battle skills. Ambush is not a battle skill.
Um, Kilo does still say 1 plus another one for each battle skill. Is that correct? Oh no, plus.
Right.
Okay, so it starts scaling. No, it starts scaling off the first battle skill. Okay, yeah, that is actually very important.
Yeah. But Newer Shadow takes it down. Okay. So Newer Shadow is undefeated. Random falls to 3-1.
Uh,
Oh, sorry. Newer Shadow is not undefeated. They're both now currently 3-1.
well, I know what deck I'm rooting for.
As do I. Do we have a backup match? We do have a backup match, it looks like. Hammer Time against Marcus Gwendolyn.
Does seem to be the case.
Okay, so these guys are both a 3-0 match. And I think we're on game 2, it looks like.
Inquisitor
Or game 3.
Macto. Fantastic. I believe this is game 2. So Marcus here on a purpose control list.
With Mokto. So Mokto is got to be one of my favorite units back from set 2 when you could do the Mokto Destiny nonsense. Mokto's Revenge never ends, and he's just one of my favorite cards. There's a lot of cool things you can do with that.
Makto definitely marks a really bold statement by Eternal, where you got this really beautiful combination of rules text and flavor text. Okay, we're being informed that was actually the last game.
Oh, okay. So we are going to take a quick break, and we will get round 5 shortly.